Yo, what's good with y'all? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Umyp coming with another banger, man. Let's go. Now, y'all know the game NBA 2K21 did just drop yesterday. Well, actually today, but I will be uploading this tomorrow, so it'll now be yesterday. But yes, NBA 2K21 has dropped, and we all know 2K20. I was the plug for dribble tutorials, for dribble moves, for SIGS, anything dribble related. I feel like I was the plug. I had y'all's backs. I showed y'all how to do everything in depth that y'all need to do, especially for those of y'all that want to become dribble gods. And with this year, it's a whole new game, whole new ballpark, whole new dribble moves. So with this being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some of the most effective moves in the game with my SIGS. Not only that, I'm going to be showing y'all a lot more dribble tutorials, and I'm just going to make sure that I have y'all up to date on every dribble move. Now for 2K20, you know we did join that late, but 2K21 we're here for since release date, like since it launched. So we're gonna be here for the whole entire journey of 2K21, and I'm gonna be every single time there's any new move, anything in the ISO community, y'all know I'm gonna come to y'all and I'm going to give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have y'all so that y'all can dribble just as good as anyone else in the game. So with that being said, man, as you can see from these clips, you know what I'm saying, the dribbling isn't the worst. Now 2K21 does have a lot of potential dribble wise, and I'm not gonna lie, I could definitely see this being one of the best 2Ks for dribbling. I'm not saying it's the best, but one of the best. The dribbling is very smooth, the gameplay is smooth too, the game's amazing, I'm really liking it. I'm going to put it in the comment section if you guys are liking it. I know for me, I'm definitely loving this game so far. But with that being said, I'm not going to waste y'all time anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the SIGS. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe and put on post notifications. That way you're notified whenever I drop another banger. Or I decide to drop a dribble tutorial for y'all. Or any tutorial, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we're going to get right into the SIGS. So it's your boy Umyp, and let's get into it. Alright y'all, so like I said, I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to get right into the SIGS. Now, as y'all know, in 2K21, we have a couple extra SIGS to go over versus 2K20. You know, we got the park size up, the SIGS size up, the basic size up package, escape packages. Like I said, there's extra dribble moves that they added, which does help you with the dribble moves. So we're going to go over that right now. Now, one thing I do want to say, some of the SIGS that I am using from 2K20. Other ones I have changed for 2K21 because they've either nerfed them or made them better. But with that being said, we're gonna get right into the SIGS. Now for the dribble style, we all know Kyrie Irving. Usually Kyrie Irving or Quick are the two best to use. I just use Kyrie Irving just because that's what I've been rocking with for 2K20 for a minute, and I just decided to bring it over to 2K21. I want to relatively keep the same SIGS, that way we're still dribbling the same and we're not just throwing ourselves with random SIGS that we don't know how to use. Now with moving crossovers, now this right here I was playing with. Now we all know Pro 2 2K20 was the fastest cross in the game, and the double cross for Pro 2 got you right to the paint. Now for 2K21, I was using Pro 2. Don't get me wrong, I like Pro 2, I still mess with it. But doing the double cross, it's still fast, but it's not as wide, if that makes sense. So it's like whenever you do the double cross, you just run right into your defender, and it doesn't get you right through him to the paint. So I tried using Pro 3. Pro 3 is a little slower and a little wider, and it seemed to be getting me to the paint a little more than Pro 2, so that's why I'm using Pro 3. But like I said, you can still use Pro 2. That works just as fine as Pro 3. Just for right now, I'm using Pro 3. But I was using Pro 2 before. But we're going to be going with Pro 3 for our moving crossover. Now, moving behind the back. Now, this another thing I was playing with. Now, we all know Pro 5 is, for 2K20, was the best behind the back, right? 2K19 Pro 3 was the best, right? But then they nerfed it for 2K20. Now for 2K21, they brought Pro 3 back. Now I don't know if a lot of y'all know, if you use Pro 3 in the park, whenever you do the moving behind the back, it literally gets you straight to the paint. Pro 3 is brought back. It's, if you ask me, it's even more OP than it was in 2K19. Pro 5, yeah, it's the same thing we got last year, but it's a little slower if you ask me, and it doesn't really help you score. but Pro 3 gets you right to the basket every single time, and it's back to being the fastest behind the back. So we're gonna be going with Pro 3 for our moving behind the back. Now, moving spin, we all know I use Pro 4. Now, you can also use Basic 2. Basic 2 and Pro 4 are the exact same thing, SIGS wise. The only thing is the half spin for Pro 4 is wider and it's more explosive, so that's why we're using Pro 4 for our moving spin. But you can use that, Basic 2, or Basic 1. But I haven't really played around with Basic 1, but we're going to be going with Pro 4 for our moving spin. Now, our moving hezzy, we're going to go with Pro 1, just because that's what I use in 2K20. Hesitation, I don't really see myself using it too much, so we're just using Pro 1 for our moving hesitation. Now, our SIG size up, I use Elite. It's just that animation right there where you, here, let me show you it again, where you hit the fast double between the legs and the cross. I don't know, I don't really use the SIG size up, but I use it a couple times, and it's just cool to start dribbling fast using that, so that's why we're going with Elite for our SIG size up. Now, park size up, I don't have nothing, I'm not going to be using any of those. And for our basic size of packages, I'm using Pro 6. Pro 6, it seemed to be pretty fast. Me using it in the game. I tried to use a couple other SIGs on my alt account when I was on New Zealand servers, and Pro 6 just seemed to just be real smooth. And that's why we're going with Pro 6 for basic size up. Now, your basic size of packages doesn't really matter unless you're going to be using basic size of packages. But for me, I don't really use those, so I'm going with Pro 6. Now for your escape, now this right here is it's really your preference, right? So Pro 5 is wider. It really gives me 2K15 vibes. Whenever you're doing a hezzy out of it or an escape, like I said, the hezzy it's way wider and speed boosting out of it's a lot easier. Whenever I use Pro 5, I try to use Pro 6, and every single time I would use the escape, I would run right into my defender. Using Pro 5, I was able to get right around my defender. So that's why I'm going to be going with Pro 5 for my escape package. I feel like it's probably the best escape package that's in the game right now. But you could play around with the other escape packages, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I haven't tested every single animation, but I'm using Pro 5 for my escape package. And now for my triple threat, I'm using normal 2. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but with the triple threat, whenever you hold turbo and you flick down on the right stick, it takes you back like 20 steps. I don't know if that's just me. Maybe it's because I use normal 2 for my triple threat. But anyway, that's what I use. These right here are my SIGs that some of y'all have been asking me on Twitter. But anyway, I'm glad I was able to get this video out for you. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe and put on post notifications, and comment if these SIGs helped you and if these are the SIGs that you're using, or if you're using any other different SIGs. But anyway, y'all, appreciate you clicking on this video. Like I said, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, put on post notifications. That way you're notified whenever I drop another banger. And with this being said, man, I got another banger for y'all dropping tomorrow. I'm telling you, I'm going to be on this daily upload grind. So make sure I got notifications on for that and be ready. But with that being said, it's your boy Umyp. Appreciate you clicking on this video, and I'll catch you in the next video.